Hey everyone, I just want to do a quick unboxing and review video here for you. So this is a box of cards that we have ordered from the company that we've chosen to do our card printing with. We've ordered a lot of cards from them before, but before they've all just been blank cards that we've been using as prototypes. So this is our first box ever of actual designed cards. So the company that we order these from is called makeplayingcards.com. They have a pretty nice little template selection where you go through and you edit each face of the card separately, and then you can decide what sizes you want and what they have quite a few options for what kind of card stock, how high of quality you want. They have cards that are made out of linen. They have cards that are made out of traditional poker playing card stock. They have ones that are fully plastic. So what we ordered was we designed the Explore Dungeon deck for the dungeon terrain for Looking for Group Arcanite, our fantasy board game. And the turnaround on these was actually pretty quick. We ordered them on July 24th. They were shipped on July 28th, and we just got them today, and it is August the 5th. So it's not too bad of a turnaround, about 2 weeks or so. So let's go ahead and open these up and see what everything looks like. We also ordered, in addition to the Explore Dungeon deck that we designed, we also ordered, they have a sampler pack that gives you 2 cards of each of their major lines of card stock. And that was only like 50 cents or something like that. And so we wanted to sample all the different card stocks to see if we wanted to try a different one next time. So let's open this up and see what we have. Do my best not to cut my thumbs off here. And this is another thing that is nice. They always come very well protected. They come in this heavy cardboard packaging, and then every package we've ever gotten, with even the blank cards, they've taken the time to put foam packaging in there so that your cards aren't getting damaged when they send them to you. So let's look at this first. So this is the sampler pack of the different cards that they send to you. So they're just sending you 2 cards each, I believe, of all their different styles. And it was nice to see this because the coding on the cards, like the numbering system that they use to tell you which cards are which, if you're not somebody who's done a lot of printing or card stock buying, you might not know what it even means to know what you're getting. So it's nice to be able to get this little sampler pack for only 50 cents. So it tells you here that these are S30 professional standard card stock. They have different thicknesses of card. This is the kind that we got for our Explore Dungeon deck, was these S30s. So that already feels pretty good. It feels like it's got some good weight to it. So actually they gave me way more than 2. Okay, so no, these are different finishes. So you can buy the different card stocks, but then you can also buy a different finish. So this is the S30, which is their thinnest, with a beta card finish. And then they have the S30 with a gloss finish. It does have a little more sheen to it. You can see the reflection definitely shines off of that a little bit better. Okay. And then they have the S30 with the playing card finish, which I guess is kind of like a semi-gloss. Okay, now these are the ones that are 100% plastic. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought the plastic ones would be thicker, but they're not. They actually seem like they are thinner than the S30, which is surprising. So this is good to know, because I actually was thinking about getting in 100% plastic on some of the other game pieces, but with seeing as thin as they are, I actually might not do that. So then here we have the casino quality cards. Now these ones are definitely have some more weight to them. And that's casino quality with the standard finish. Let's see, and then they have the casino, or no. Let's see, these are the... So these are the S27s. I was wrong about the S30s being the thinnest. These are thinner. The 27s are definitely thinner. And then a superior smooth. These are the S33s. These are a step up from the ones that I bought today. And then the A35, a thick standard. So this is definitely a heavier, this is the kind of card stock you would use as like a game piece rather than traditional cards. I don't think you would want to do card tricks with this or try to flip this. Or try to, you wouldn't want to try to do any kind of bridge shuffling with this or anything like that. This would be more for game pieces. And then they have the linen finishes, which are definitely, I don't know if you can see, but you see that texture that comes across them. I've seen games that use this kind of finish on their cards before. I'm still not totally sold on it, but you can see it's got that definite texture to it. So now let's go ahead and open the box that is the main thing that we bought today. So you, in addition to being able to choose all kinds of different finishes and gloss and what kind of cardstock you want, you also can choose what packaging material you want. So they have several different options for getting card boxes. So you can either have the cards come to you just plastic wrapped like this, or you can have them come in a tuck box. So they have a plain tuck box, which is what I got here, obviously, or they have a customized tuck box where you can also put graphics onto the tuck box itself. I know that the customized ones with the graphics on them were significantly more expensive. I think this plain tuck box might have cost me $1 or $2 extra, and the customized tuck boxes was something like $18 or $20 extra. So you're only going to want to do that on the final print. So let's see what we got here. Oh my. Don't those look gorgeous? So these are the Explore Dungeon decks, or this is the Explore Dungeon deck. So like I said, what you do is you can set up each deck that you want for your game or your project separately. And so we got this deck set up where you can have either a different image and layout on the back of every single card, or you can do the backs all the same and the fronts all different, or you could do all the backs and all the fronts the same if you wanted to. So they let you upload basically any image you want, and then you lay out your font and your text and all that kind of stuff. So these all look really good. I don't see any kind of like white lines around the edges or anything. They're very good about showing their templates so that they tell you exactly how big of an image to put in there to make sure that there's no like white cut lines or anything, or any extra discolored areas right around the edges. The picture that you get bleeds off of the edge, so that way when they cut it, you make sure that your image goes all the way out to the edge. So like I said, this is the S30 line that they have, which was one of their cheaper lines, but to be honest, if you got the more expensive cardstock, it doesn't even add that much. I definitely think in the future I probably would pick a higher quality, maybe like the S33. But here is the other side of it. So this is how we decided to do the layout on all of ours. So you got your title of the card up at the top. This is going to tell you whether it's a corridor or a room. This is going to tell you whether or not you have an encounter. There's some flavor text in italics here, and then there's the instructions for actually building the room that you just went into. The pictures all look really crisp and clear. Doesn't seem to be any blurriness in the pictures at all. The layout of the borders and everything is all really nice. Yeah, so everything came out really nice. Now, what we did this time is we used one of their pre-made templates. They have pre-made templates where basically it lays out these bubble areas where you can put information and sets it up very much like a Magic the Gathering card. And then you can choose different colors and things. I think next time, though, we'll choose the option to lay out the whole design ourselves. The one thing that doing this layout like this doesn't let you do is it doesn't let you add extra like pictures or symbols. Like if you wanted to put, you know, if you had like a monster card or something and you wanted to put, you know, a little blue gemstone or something that had a number in it for, you know, how much mana it cost or whatever, or you wanted to put little symbols on for, you know, attack or defense, or if you wanted a symbol for a battle happening or something, it wouldn't let you do that. You can only put text. You can put the main picture here, and then you can put text everywhere else. But also they have a limited number of options of font. There might be 15 or 20 fonts, maybe not even that, maybe 10 or 15 fonts that you can choose from. But I think in the future we'll choose the option to do the entire layout ourselves, and then that way we can choose any fonts we want, we can add any symbols we want, and at that point you just lay it out in whatever your photo editing program is. I like to use paint.net because I generally am only doing simple things. I'm not doing really heavy photo editing. But you download a template and then you create the image and then you upload that image back onto their site and it's all laid out perfectly. So I think that's what we're going to do in the future. But for the time being, I'm really happy with these. The images all came out really nice, really sharp quality, no blurriness. And of course, I got to have my little boss battle there. One of my favorite boss battle pictures ever. So a huge amount of thanks goes out to our editor and main layout person, Akiria, aka Mrs. Grayrain, for laying these out and doing the layout of the text and all of that kind of stuff. She worked really hard on this kind of stuff. So I'm really happy with how it came out, and I think it's going to be really fun on the table. And as you can see, I have two different thicknesses of card sleeve here, and they fit very nicely in both types of card sleeves. So this is the thicker one, and they fit very nicely in there, very snug. And then also the thinner. Very good. Now, one thing I did want to mention on these was the price. The price. So this deck of cards, which was 30 cards, I believe, that we did, the total price on this, by the time all was said and done, was $20.88. So it's a little under $1 a card, which would be a little pricey if you were doing a lot of cards. However, the funny thing about that was the actual price of my order, and this is with the deck of sample cards that I had, the total price of the actual order was only $11.89, and then it was $8.99 shipping. So basically $12 for the actual deck, but then $9 for shipping it. So if you were doing multiple decks at the same time and having them all shipped together, I got to imagine your price per card would go down quite a bit. So I still think it's a pretty good deal for being able to customize your own cards and having them delivered to you and everything. So, but I just wanted to throw that out there and let you all know if price was going to be something that would be prohibitive for you. So yeah, I am super happy with these. I've always been happy with the cards that we've gotten from this website, and I'll definitely put a link down at the bottom so that other people, if you want to check this website out and see what they have to offer. But I definitely think we're going to keep making Gray Rain games using cards from makeplayingcards.com. If y'all have any questions or comments or anything, leave them down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.